Here we are, 2026 with a new video. Getting it started, and we're on point. So I'm super excited about this video. This is my first video in studio for 2026, and I'm just bringing you guys some behind the scenes, showing you some of my work for what I've been doing in actually the beginning of this year. I plan to do some more videos with some highlights from last year. I've got some portraiture that I would like to show and actually walk through, as well as some other breakdowns of some advertising videos that I did last year in 2025. I just want to show some of the equipment that I used to capture this, not only the behind the scenes stuff, but the actual product photography in itself. So the camera that I used was the Leica SL Type 601, if anybody is interested in having a look at this camera in particular. I personally really enjoy this camera. The resolution is great. I think it's approximately 24 megapixels, full frame, and it delivers fantastic high fidelity image quality. The color looks fantastic, and I've captured everything in DNG. So there is the component here where I'm going to go into Photoshop and show you actually what was captured and how I process the images afterwards. For those who are interested in the particular optics in this, is the Panasonic Lumix S series, which is the L mount, which fits onto the Leica SL. This is a great little lens. Very, very inexpensive lens, but the optics in it are fantastic, and yeah, what can I say? Nifty 50, so to speak, for this one. So this is a f1.8 50mm, and for those who are interested in the real world for actual portraits and all this kind of stuff, I'm going to show some more videos a little bit later on of my portraiture that I captured with exactly this system that I hold in my hand here. So I'm super excited to bring this new content to you guys and show the world what I've been working on over the last year and a half, 2 years, because it's been busy, a lot's been happening, and I'm just excited to kickstart 2026 and all of this wild energy that's going on. I don't need to comment. For those who are living through it, you guys know well and truly what is going on. So that was the camera system that I used. The lighting system I'm actually using right now, I was using the Forza 500 from Nanlite, the Forza 60B from Nanlite, and the Aperture 120D for lighting the thing. But I say that in the behind the scenes of the video. Speaking of behind the scenes, let's put this one aside. I captured the behind the scenes video with this little guy here. Now, this is a crazy good camera. I've been using this for my social media side of my business for image acquisition or video acquisition for quite some time now. I picked this up for a pretty good price, and it came with the microphone, the wireless microphone, and it is just seamless. It's kind of like one of these things where you go, oh my God, I wish I had this years ago. So not only am I using it for actual social media content creation stuff, I can show examples later on in other videos, but I just wanted to bring to your attention this fantastic little camera that I captured the coming behind the scenes video on. DJI have been making awesome products. I don't need to say much about them. However, this camera in itself, just super easy to use. Image quality looks great, and that's pretty much it for that one. Anybody who's looking to get into doing vlogging or behind the scenes stuff, or even actual legitimate work, I mean, it films in 4K, and we took it over to Turkey last year for a documentary series, and we strapped this on to the front of a motorcycle, and it's just insane. One of the other guys connected to it with the mobile app and was able to steer the camera as we were driving along, so we can get some awesome tracking shots of the people that we were filming. Absolutely unreal. So anybody looking to get into doing this kind of stuff, I can't stress the fact that how good this thing is actually to have. Even if you want to just go and do some vlogging stuff, I've done a little bit here and there. And you know what? Yeah, DJI, you guys have done a really good job on this one. Awesome creative tool. Another thing I want to mention for those photographers wanting to start getting into product photography or landscape photography, keeping a steady shot or making sure that there are no wobbles or shakes in the shot, is a remote. This is the one that goes into the my camera, and yeah, you can do long exposures holding it up here like this, or press the button, and that gives you less chance of getting shake in the images. And this is very critical to have the camera on a tripod, to have one of these, because you want to make sure that you can get the highest quality, sharpest image you can, particularly for this work that I'm going to show you. I'm going to hop over right now to the behind the scenes video and show you actually the entire setup, and we'll go from there. After that video is done, I'm going to jump over into Photoshop and show you just briefly how I treated the images. All right, let's go. G'day. Today I have put together a little pop-up studio to photograph 3 wine bottles and a wine casket, and I have set it up here in the local wine bar where I'm working in Trondheim. The rules were that I was not able to take physically the products out to take them home to the home studio and shoot them, because that is a breach of the rules. So I said, okay, problem solved. I'll come in and set up a little studio here, which is what I've done. And I'll turn the camera around now. And yeah, here's the studio that I've got set up. Pretty simple setup. What you would kind of expect for a very standard product photography. And this is just for the local wine and alcohol distribution page here in Norway. So how I've set it up is I've got up on the top there, I've got the Forza 500 with a big aperture softbox there with flooding it with light down. Then I've also got here on the left side Forza 60 and the aperture 120D. And the camera that I'm using today is the trusty Leica SL with a little 50mm from Panasonic there. And I am to get some product shots of this guy here. And it'll be a 2-3 hour turnaround, maybe max 4 hours. So I timed in 4 hours for this one, just to give myself some leeway back and forward here. So I'm interested to see the results here with this one. And yeah, I'll put the final images up on the screen after I've finished this little vlog here. I just wanted to start recording this stuff because I know it's kind of interesting for people who are out there in the field working, and also it's a good way of just documenting this for my business and everything. Nice to have a little look on what I've been up to. Just a little quick look. Here are the products here, the box. This is actually plastic, which is quite interesting, so I'll see how that turns out on the photos. Anyway, I've got to get back to work because the clock is ticking. And just see what that gives me. Gives me a nice sharp image. I've got some definition on the bottle there. It's not super ideal. Yeah, that's all right. But let's have a look there. Yeah, that's no good. I've come to a bit of a tricky part in the photographing process here. I'll turn the camera around and show you what I mean. Here in the bottle looks great, but I'm getting this the top light here with the grid. I'll zoom in on this little camera, but you can see just up in the top there, I've got that reflection that I don't want. Now this is kind of difficult to bypass in this situation, so I'm going to try and do my best to somehow move the light and still maintain the exposure that I need. So I'm going to bring the bottle forward and then maybe move these lights over just to see see how that works. Always tricky with reflective surfaces when you're trying to do nice studio lighting, and then you get one of these big ones that you can't ignore. But that's part of the process. And yeah, I'm in no rush, but it's also good to have this more or less wrapped up as soon as possible, because can't waste any more time. My time is precious. As you can see here, this is going a lot smoother now that I've eliminated that problem with the grid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rephotograph this bottle and see what the result is. Everything on the same field of view. I'll bring this one, maybe I'll bring the camera a bit closer. Fill out that resolution. Yeah. And then nice and close. Get as sharp as we possibly can. Yep. Okay, so you guys got to see a little bit of an insight of that behind the scenes video there. It's pretty raw, it's pretty rough. It was actually a lot longer, but I decided it's not necessary to show much more of that. And it was basically me just going back and forward, making tweaks here and there. It was really long form content stuff that's actually pretty boring. So I just cut it down. You got the gist. So yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over into Photoshop, and then we can actually have a look at the image processing side of things. Now, okay, so my job is multi-layered here, just to let you know. I am a video camera operator, cinematographer, director of photography. That's my main title. Then, of course, my education goes way back to graphic design. So understanding how to do all of these things is quite important for the business side of things. But, you know, this is not a common request for me, but these are requests that I do take for my work. So photography, of course, is an aspect, you know, video, photo, stills, it's normal. And then actually having to process them and edit them afterwards, that's an important skill to understand, particularly with the nature of the business today. And graphic design was my education at university, was my major at my university. And yeah, that's actually helped me kind of throughout my career, having to know how to do these things. And this goes from doing web-based content, print-based content, and so on and so forth. So let's go over to Photoshop. I was shooting in the cellar down there in this wine bar, and there was lots of dust all over the place. So the important thing is to remove all the dust. There's no point in me showing you what it looked like before, but it was dusty, and yeah. So I've done a considerable amount of work to clean these bottles up, so front and back. So these are the results here. In the video that I was talking about up in the top of the neck here, where I was getting, you can see it just slightly here, the grid there. It was very obvious. So I had to work very hard to remove that light that was obvious in this shot here because of the actual shape of the bottle. On these other bottles, that wasn't a problem because it was, yeah, the light falls off like that too. If I just drop the background here in Photoshop, you can see that these have also been cut out, quick select, and then I had to clean up the edges here and there, and especially at the bottom here where the shadows were on the bottles. Same treatment also here with the box. When you get given a product here, it's best to try and clean it as best as possible when you're at the location, but yeah, always dust keeps floating around and sticking to these products even after you've cleaned them, and I think when you do clean them there's some kind of static and it attracts more. Anyway, didn't take super long to Photoshop all of the dust particles away. Probably took me about 45 minutes, maybe an hour for most of the products to clean them up. And also here, it wasn't optimal to use the white sheet. For this one I should have used a black sheet, really, but that's in hindsight. However, I just used the burn tool to take that reflection level down, and yeah, we got a good result here for these images. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show in the Photoshop there. So yeah, we're gonna just finish it up there. So understanding the nature of this, there is a bit of planning that goes in beforehand when doing these productions, because you have to kind of put so many different hats on there. I was all by myself, solo operator, doing this, and setting it up, making sure that lighting is correct, making sure that it was going to work perfectly for this particular post-production pipeline. And that's what I was mentioning before about making sure that that you got one of these triggers, because if you got shaky image and you look at it in Photoshop after you're done and you come back and the image is slightly shaky, or you got some aberrations in there from shake, you're gonna be beating yourself up. So it's always good to double check. And in a lot of cases, I think it's also good to make sure that you have a computer with you, so you can do some tethering and look directly on the computer there, just as tips. But of course, when it's really, you got a short window, all by yourself doing this stuff, it's like, you're gonna have some shortcomings there. So I was limited on time, limited on resources, but I still made it happen. I still went there with a smile. I still delivered a premium product to my client. Client's happy. I'm happy at the end of the day. Could do improvements. Yeah, we can always have room for improvement, but this is the nature of the business. Someone once told me that it's like 80% is 100% in other people's eyes. So when we look at these details, it's like, okay, where's the time laying in here? Like, and is it in my time? Is it worth really going to that extra 10, 15, 20 minutes to an hour to adjust these things? Well, that's up to you to decide. But for me, when these are quick turnaround and low budget, then you've just got to make compromises where you can, but also still deliver the best possible product to the client as you can. So that's pretty much everything that I want to say for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So I want to quickly go over to the website now just to show you the initiative that me and a few others have been working on now. It's called Smart Media. This is really cool because it's been in the works for a while, and I've been working with some amazing artists and creatives, and I just wanted to bring this to attention to you guys because it's important, because it shows off some of the work that I've been doing with the collaborators and wonderful people here in the city that I'm working in Trondheim. And big shout outs to Tony and all of the other people, including Andrew, Gabrielle, Anastasia, Håkon, of course, Joachim. Like, we've been working super hard on this on these projects, and I'm super excited to bring this to light to you guys on the broader spectrum here. So this is a media company that I'm helping build here and wanting to promote more and more. I'm doing more content like this. I'm also running some new podcasts for the 2026 podcast season. Right after this one, I'm doing a creative podcast series with some amazing guests, and I'm really looking forward to bringing this out as the creative section of the think tank. I'll just show the think tank here. As it is, we are busy working on some juicy content. That's true. That's what I'm working on right now. And very soon I'll be able to put up some of the guests that came on the podcast or coming onto the podcast very soon to show off their work and what we are all working together to bring some awesome entertainment, music, cinema, photography for everybody here in the space. And I believe that this is an awesome time now that we are all coming together, networking with the right people, the good energies, the right energies, good synergies, positivity, and really avoid this kind of negative wave that is kind of flooding the whole worldscape right now. So I'm super excited to bring that to you guys very soon. It is Svart Media, SVART, media.com, and you guys can check it out for yourself. And if you want to, I don't know, sign up, send us an email, collaborate, have a look at how we can work together as creatives, and how I can help open up my mind and show my expertise in the world that I work in, and yeah, just bring some value to you guys and share something back as knowledge. So in gratitude, really, that of all of the people that have been creating online that I watch and respect and also learn from, that I hopefully can contribute back to you guys as well. So that's really it for this one. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.